Because I know how it works and I've done this for such a long quote unquote time. I want to show people how it's very, very stupid, really, for science or any technological breakthrough to be working towards having a way to save your personal memories on a chip and put it in another body so that you can still access those memories. That's human thinking, that they think that's something that somebody would want to do. Do you realize that the reason people would want to be able to do that is because they'd want to be able to continue from the body they once had so they can save that body and those memories. But once they move to another body, they don't want to experience what they did as that last body with those memories, and they don't want to hold those memories inside that body that don't pertain to it, but that they would be able to access to use against others. No, they'd actually want to be right here in the now moment. And you know why I know that? Because the idea and the whole process that they're trying to invent of saving your memory on a chip and doing that is the same kind of way that Spirit has been doing this since the beginning of time. And if you don't realize whether or not you like it, you are spiritual. You're a combination of light and matter. And if matter is all that matters to you, then go ahead and put your memories put on a chip. But then you won't feel anything anymore. And once you realize that once you stop feeling, there's no point of being, then you start over. And when you get that deep enough inside your mind, you'll understand what I mean by how stupid it is for people to think that they want to save their spiritual existence memory and then put it into another body. You do that anyway. That's just people who are so in fear of death that they want to try to sell people the idea of doing it. And by doing that, they're harming people. And the more people in the real physical world that believe in that stuff, the more dangerous it becomes for people who really want to organically feel things with their senses, because they get forced into doing it. In their free will, their own individual mind, like me right now as a person, I will always say, no, I will never have a vaccine. I will never have any foreign things that I don't want in me, put in me. And I don't want to be saved on a chip. I'm saved in the highest place ever, and I know because I can access the memories of all the stuff we've ever talked about on this earth or on any planet. And the only reason I can't show anybody else that is because nobody else has ever really been to the places I've been. Ever. And I've been to all the places other people have been. Always. And it's just weird to say that, but it's true. And I can't take that away, and it's no big deal, honestly, because they're doing it too. They just don't understand it to the degree that I really do. And they'll try to outdo me or be able to talk a big talk about something that their ego is trying to outprove. But I have nothing to prove. I'm only telling the truth about what we're doing here. And if they would say, oh, that can't be true. We're not here to learn. We're here to have fun and ride down water slides and ride helicopters around the bay. No, that's not what we're here to do. Those are parts of it. And if we can do it in harmonious ways, then please do. But everything else that we're doing, the smut and the ridiculous torture and horrible actions we've been taking upon each other are definitely not something that we should be doing. And we know that. And the more we start using our individual minds, the more we can start relaying that to other people who have problems using their individual minds. And that will spread to a worldwide thing. If it doesn't soon, within the next, I'm not going to say how long, it's not that long, relatively that long, not in what we think human time is, but we won't be around much longer if we keep doing this. We can save our sensitivity, which is actually the biggest goal now, is to save your sensitivity, because instead of having people take it away and make you not feel, like not feeling turns into not being happy either. Not just not being sad and not being depressed. It means not being happy. You don't have anything. And if you don't have anything, what's the point of being? You don't feel good or bad. You just are there. And then you become programmable. And people are making it so that almost everybody else besides them does that. So they can feel pleasure while they're alive. And then they'll die. Because they remember that stuff from last lifetime to this lifetime. And they keep passing on some of the memory. And if they don't remember it, the people who do remember it pass that on too. Because there is energy inside your body. There's positive energy and there's negative energy. And you can decide which one you use. Now, people that have been stuck on using their negative mind to get their sensitivity fulfilled and trying to take away the sensitivities of others. That's what we're really here to battle. People taking away our sensitivity. Because if you couldn't sense, what would be the point of having 5 senses or 6 senses or 7 senses or whatever people say if we lost our sense? Now, if you start thinking and using your 6th sense, which is thinking, then you can save those other ones and develop more. But until then, you're losing them. And when you lose more than 2, when you get down to 3, when you can taste, well, you probably won't even be able to taste really then. When you can only see, hear, and touch, which is all physical recognition, sound recognition, and, visual recognition. And if that's the only 3 things you can do, if you can't really care or smell or taste and those kind of things that give you the ability to decipher what we want as a whole, it will turn into the most gory and horrific thing. And even the people who want happy lives won't be able to have them because they would have turned everybody into monsters against them. And actually, even the AI and even the artificial intelligence picks up off of the universal whole of the mind. And if we are in a place where that happens, they will end up destroying us. We have been doing this forever. And I'm not saying this to sound cool, and I know it's not woo-woo, but I know everybody else won't want to hear it because they're too busy watching game shows and sporting events to even care about the real things that are going on in life. Those are just fun events to do. Those aren't real. They may seem actual because you're acting on them in the moment or watching them being acted, but they're not real. They're not something that is morally, spiritually true. We didn't have to come up with those ideas, but there are things that are here that have to be here in order for us to stay here. And that is what we need to work on in order to remain sensitive enough to see what we need to be here for. And most of us have already lost it. It can be brought back if I get enough people to care and understand that I'm coming from a place of truth and coming from a true place of love. And my heart is right here for every single being that I can reach. Till next time, peace.